this video is for technical-minded people who would like to know exactly how to do something like this, which is a magic funnel in Builderall, magic funnel, but also as a lead capture. It's a one lead capture page that is meant to be used for everything. That means every link you want to use as a lead magnet, every YouTube videos or blog articles that you see online, anything you share to other people, you share it through this capture page. So maybe you want to see another video that I will link in the description, or maybe I will put it at the end of this one, so it will be a very long video where I explain this funnel. But I explain the feature, the functionality of the funnel, how to use it. But here I will show you technically in the script how it works, and maybe you can use some parts of it for your own system, because there are so many parts in play here. So here you see the default capture page. It means that I don't use the YouTube video or web page as my lead magnet. So when they come here with nothing in the URL, then it's a default. So it's a picture of abstract art, and it just says welcome to my contact list. To receive your welcome gift, enter your email address. This is when you go without a purpose, when you send just to your base capture page. This is the one. Otherwise, if you add something to the URL, I will show you an example. Here it's if I use, for instance, Google. I want to send people to Google. Of course, it's a bad example, but let's see. Here, the image is replaced by the screenshot of the link, and it says, to access this link, add your email. So this acts as a toll, a road toll. They have to pay with their email address. And it could be the same with a YouTube video. I can show you, but the image will be the thumbnail of the YouTube video. The title here, it will be the title of the video. So it's dynamic. You don't have to put it. It will get and fetch it from YouTube. And here it will say to watch this video published by the name of the channel, which is also fetched from YouTube. Then enter your email address. So the YouTube video will be the lead magnet. Well, enough with the functionality. After that, when they enter their email, they go to the thank you page. And in the meantime, so when they put their email address, their email address is added to your list, mailing list in Builderall. And also they have a Builderall account created, and also a RPM, Rapid Profit Machine. RPM is made by the #1 affiliate of Builderall. He made a system for affiliate marketing. And so with one form, you open in 3 places. You add this email address in 3 places, and the thank you page will give the user the link to the lead magnet, and also it will present the Builderall account and the RPM account. It will give them 3 links in the thank you page, with one link being always the lead magnet. So technically inside the Cheetah, you look at the funnel, I have 3 pages. Those 2 pages, you can ignore them because they have nothing to do with this funnel. It's just me, I added those pages to do some tests, but it has only 3 pages, and only 2 are public. This is the capture page, and this is the thank you page. So that's the 2 that people see. This one is just for your own use, or my own use. So we will see it in live. What it is for is my dashboard, my admin, in order to create the links to the capture page. So here, if I put, for instance, I put any link, it gives me the link to my capture page with the parameters u equals, and this is a crypted, encoded version of this link. So people cannot see the final link. They can see just a code, but the web page, the capture page, will decrypt and will know that the final link is this one. So we can put this link in the thank you page on the button. So here you can also, if you want, add a text to the title and a text to the description where above the form. So this is my dashboard admin page. It is not public. It's for my own use. So this was page 3. So if we look into those two pages, maybe we can look first into the thank you page, because it is simpler. So that's why I will show you this one. Here you have the link to the lead magnet, and those two boxes, they are always the same. They don't move. Only this button is dynamic and will hold the link to the lead magnet. Those are fixed. And so the code for in this page is only to set the link to this button, and also to set like a cookie to say that this browser, this person has already visited the thank you page, which means that this person already gave his email address. And this is important to save it on the browser, because there is a code on the capture page that says that tries to see if this person already gave his email address. So on the capture page you have a code, we check this, and if it has already seen the thank you page, it means we don't need to ask the email anymore. So on the capture page, if it is the case, we redirect to the thank you page, because we don't need to ask again the email. So the visitor will go directly to the thank you page and will be able to click here to get his lead magnet, the new one. So imagine, for instance, every day you send a YouTube video on your Facebook, the YouTube video through your capture page. So if a person yesterday gave his email address to see the video, today he wants to see the new video, he will directly be redirected to the thank you page and will be able to see the new video. So for this, if we look at the code of the continue page, so it's in settings of the page, you have a field where you put your JavaScript. Why is it like this? Because on other editors, you put the code directly on the page editor. But on Builderall, this is a place where you put scripts that will affect the page. Because if you use an iframe, the code will only act inside the iframe. It cannot modify elements on the page. This is a big deal, because on some other editor like SystemeIO, when you put iframe or HTML element on the page, it is on the page, so it's not in its own container. So when you put script, you can affect everything on the page, but it's not the case in Builderall. An iframe is just within the container. So if you want to put a script which affects the whole page, you need to put it here in page settings. So let's dive in the code. So the functionality, remember, for the thank you page, the main functionality is to set a cookie on the browser to say that this person has already visited the thank you page, so he has given his email. And the second functionality is to set the link on the button. And the link, the URL, we get it from the capture page where we saved this destination link. Okay, so we have it already. And when I say cookie, it's for ease of speech, but I use local storage because it's more permanent than cookies. It's less easy to remove. So here the first thing is the script. So this one means we wait for the page to be loaded. It's important in Builderall because we want this script to be run after the page has loaded. If we don't do that, then it might not work depending on the internet connection of the visitor or other parameters because the Builderall engine is doing things to the page. It's the dynamic, so we need to wait until everything is done and then we can modify the things. So the first things we do then, this one you can ignore because it's just a log, but this one sets the cookie local storage named James opted in, and I put yes, and this is what will be checked on the capture page to know if this has the yes value. If so, we redirect to the thank you page immediately. We don't need to ask the email again. Then, second thing, after we have done that, we test if another cookie named James destination, which is the link to the lead magnet, which has been set on the capture page. We say if there is a value in this cookie. So what we need to do is to change the link on the button, on this button, which is here. No, this one. Continue. So we will do that, and first we create the destination link, because we have the destination link, but we want to first set our Builderall affiliate cookie. So this is, the part that should be used. And here you have my own Builderall affiliate ID. So this is a redirect to the destination link. And this redirect, it just sets the cookie with my affiliate ID on the builderall.com domain name and redirect to the P2 parameter, so to the destination. And this link, we set it as the href, so we select this, which is the A part, the A tag part of the button, and this button here, this button needs to be changed 2 times because it is in the code 2 times, one for desktop and one for mobile. So that's why here you have a div with a class named desktop element and another div with mobile element. So there are 2 different buttons, and since we don't know if the user is on a mobile or desktop, we change on both. So what we do is to select this L and LB. So L.href, we put it to destination, which is our full link with the Builderall affiliate redirection to the lead magnet URL. We set it to the desktop element and to the mobile element. That's it. And it's done for the functionality of this page. Very simple thank you page is done. Then it start particle is just for an effect. So it's a graphic effect of particles. All the rest that you can see here, it's a script to create a graphic particles moving around on the screen. That's it. So it's finished. Now there's nothing special to say about this. Just that we need to wait for the page to be loaded, that we use local storage instead of cookies, and we need to change 2 times on some elements. The buttons, they are in this case, but sometimes there is no 2 versions, only 1 version of things. This, of course, you can see it by looking at your page in the browser and search for the element. This in particular, this data tag selector, how do you do it? It's when you are inside here, inside, when you click on this element, there is a place here where you set tag configuration, and here you can put the value that you want. So this is to be able to then target this element more easily in your script. So that's why I put my button, and then I can select data tag my button, and inside there are several parts, and so I select within my button the div with the class desktop element, and then in that div I select the A tag for the link. But this you can only see it when you look at the live version of your page and inspect the code. And since Builderall generate with JavaScript the page, you cannot look at the source code, HTML source code of the page. You need to see it in the inspector, the DOM inspector, so you can see at the source code once it has been generated by the JavaScript of Builderall. You need to see it when it's finished, when it's done, when the page is loaded, every script from Builderall has run, what is the result, and then inside what is called the DOM, you can then inspect it and know where to find what you want to change. So this is very simple functionalities for the thank you page. Now we will look at the functionality of the capture page, and this is more complex because this page, so this one, doesn't look like much, but when you first launch it, you can see that the text is written as a typewriter, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the image depends on what is in the URL. If it's a U equals, it means it's a link to a web page. So we need to use the image of a screenshot of this web page. But if it's a V equals and a YouTube video ID, then we need to pull the thumbnail image of the YouTube video. In the title, we need to put the title of the video and the channel ID also, and mix this into the text. So it's more complex, and also we need to set the cookie, local storage cookie for destination link, the final link. So when we get a v equals YouTube ID, the destination link should be the URL of this video on YouTube. And after, so we will see for the JavaScript, but let's not forget about the magic funnel, which is here. Magic funnel is the functionality of Builderall. So it is important in these settings of this funnel. So let's look at the code for this one, for the capture page. Once again, it's in the settings of the page, it's not inside the page. So here, I use some configuration. For instance, this one, this variable config name, this will be used in the bottom here, to put it here in the text. And this one, last update on, and this is a today's date. And about the particle script, you know, is this one. When I move the mouse, you can see that it's following. So this one, this following the mouse particle is the script. But behind this, you have a video. This is the animation of the envelope, the at signs, and the lines also. So they are mixed together, the script and the video, to look like it's only one thing. But it's not, it's a trick. Also, the wave at the bottom is the standard animation panel divider of Builderall Cheetah, the Builderall builder. So this is not a script, but the particle one, when you move the mouse, is the one that we have also on the thank you page. So let's go back to the script. Here I still go on with configuration. This is for the default page. When there is no link or no YouTube ID, this is by default. For instance, the destination will be my own domain name. This is a standard title and the standard description message. So this one is just get JSON, you know, it's just a function that will be used in the case of YouTube to get the information about the video from YouTube. So I think the best for you now is to just read it slowly, and you will understand that it's a lot of configuration things. No need for me to go through each line, but you know, here for instance, I want to get the R parameter in the URL. The R parameter is not very important, but it's a functionality that I never use. But if I want, I can set the R argument. It will mean that once the visitor has entered his email address, he will not go to the thank you page, he will go directly to the destination link. But there is no use in this case for me to use it, because I need to give the visitor his gift for Builderall account, information about this and about RPM. So I will never use it. I have it because I was thinking of this functionality, and I also used it on other funnel made with another tool that Builderall. So the script the same is here, but I never use it. Doesn't matter. So here it's another functionality that I can put in the URL the email address of someone, and then it will be filled in. So when they arrived on this page, their email address will be here. They just have to press continue. This is a functionality also useful for some case, but most of the time you don't use it for the E. And this one is also another parameter, is a reset parameter. So if the reset parameter is set, then I clear all the local storage. So I remove. What is it for? As you can see in admin here, I see at the end, if you can see your magic lead capture page after a test, so because it always redirects to the thank you page, click on this. So here you have reset equals 1. And this will clear the local storage. So the capture page, when they look at the already opted in field, it will say, oh no, this person has never gave his email address before. So I will not redirect to the thank you page. That's why reset is for. So now we enter into the functionality of the lead capture page, and we start the same. We wait for the page to be loaded to have finished. So that's why we have this line. And inside, first we need to know if it's a YouTube video or if it's a link to a web page. So if it's like this part, if it's a YouTube video, we will set the image, the destination link, and the title and the description other things like this. And you can just read it. One important part is this one, where we get, we get the information from YouTube about this video ID that we have in the URL, in the v equals. So we get it, and once we get it, once it replies, we can set it in the title and the description, other things. So for the image, it's very easy. If it's we have a video ID, it's very easy to have with this URL, and here we put the video ID. We have the thumbnails image. We don't need to ask YouTube for it, but asking YouTube is for other things like the channel name, the video title, and other little things that we don't use in this page. But then after that, we call gems set placeholders. So this function is the one that will fill in the page with those information, the image, the title. So this is the one we call, but only if there is a v parameter, if it's a YouTube video. Same if it's a URL. So if it's a URL, as I said at the beginning of the video, often it's a encoded, encrypted URL. So we need to decode it. But it also works, the U equals, it also works with visible URLs, not encoded. So we need to know if the URL is coded or not. If it's coded, then we decode it. If it's not, then okay, we can use it directly. So that's why here we get it. And we check, does it start with HTTP? If yes, it means it is not encoded. So then we use it directly. In fact, it's the way around. Here I say different. If it doesn't start with HTTP, then we decode it first, and we set, for instance, the thumbnail. This is the service of WordPress we use to get the screenshot of a link, any link. And so we set everything in case it doesn't start with HTTP. If it starts with HTTP, then it's more direct. We don't need to decode it. Okay, and each time we set the gems destination, which is the final link that will be used on the thank you page. Okay, and here, if it's default, it means it is not a YouTube video or not a web page. So we need to display the very simple page with nothing too special. And this is a function that we talked about earlier, the gem set placeholders. So this is called other function as well. This is update local storage, is to save all the information in local storage, including, of course, the destination link. And after we've done that, we checked opt-in, another function which will check if this person has already opt-in. In this case, if, as you can see, if it has checked in, then we redirect to the thank you page, if it has already opted in. If not, then we continue. In this function, we set this variable to 1 or 0. If it's 1, then we quit these things. Return null means we quit. But if not, then we continue, and it means updating everything, updating the text, and displaying the page, doing the work, because we will stay on this capture page. So just read a little. If you have some question about some details of this, you can ask in the comments of the video, because I don't know, I'm not going to describe everything in this code. It's quite long. But here you have the same as I showed you on the thank you page. This is to change some elements. We need to change them 2 times for desktop and mobile. My title, my description, my footer, and all those I put the tag in here, like I showed you in tag configuration. For every text or image, I'll also put a name. That's why we can then use it to select the element, and then after that to change it. So to change it, I made a function, a typewriter, which will fill in a text element as a typewriter, letter by letter, where I can define the speed at which it is filled in. So it doesn't need to explain all the things, because also it does it one after the other. The title, it starts to write. When it's done, it starts the description. When it's done, it starts the footer. So it's all in one, So when it's finished, when it's done, up it goes to the second order that we put. This is to select the date of today. This can be useful for other purpose. So, you know, in JavaScript, just new date, to local date swing, English US, weekday long, and it will give you this at the bottom. Friday, January 6th, 2023. So you can use it for other things. Okay, so now it's done. So, oh yes, this. So now, because this part of the code is to take, you know, when someone enters his email address, this part of the code will check regularly every second or half a second, will check what is inside. And if it's an email address, when there is a @ sign, then I take the left part of this, the left part of an email address, in order to use it as the first name of the person to create the Builderall account. Builderall account needs a first name, an email address, and a password. So the password, I set it already, it's fixed, always the same for everybody, but the first name, I use the left part of the email address, because I don't want to ask it here, in fact. Otherwise, I could just ask it, but I don't want to ask for the first name. Just the email address is enough for first name. I use the left part of this email address, and everything, the password and the first name, can be changed later by the people who have the Builderall account. They can change this if they are into it. But for now, just to give them a gift of Builderall account, I don't want to overwhelm them asking their first name or choose the password and things like this. So I just want to be very simple, just their email address, and everything is done for them, and then they can change if they want. So this is the code to always check and save it also, to put it in the form field, which is named the cadastro_nom. That's the one for first name in the magic funnel form. So okay, I can go down in the script and you can read it, make pause, and if there is something that interests you, you can ask me in the comment or directly. But now I want to talk about the magic funnel. So okay, so that's it. From here, then it's the particles again, the same. So it's a script you can find. Okay, so this we will go to the capture page just to look at the magic funnel, which is here, and set fields. So email you can ignore, but you have fields. Fields you can look at tags. It's the name of the fields, and so there are only a few. Cadastro email, of course, is the one visible. Then you have cadastro nom for the first name, cadastro sena, and it's the password. So this with Builderall, it's a problem that I saw very at the beginning, is that they have coders from Brazil, and they code by writing Brazilian, Portuguese names. This is so bad, because programmers should always program in English, so that the code is international, and for everything English should be the base. And so for here it should not be cadastro. Cadastro doesn't mean anything in English, and sena also no. So this is bad. Everything is bad about that when it's mixed with Portuguese. But well, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. It works. But why? Why is the developers from Brazil cannot code in English? I don't understand. Why? Because they don't know English. But they are programmers, so all the commands are already in English. Most of the docs are in English. I don't understand why it's bad. So password, origem is something else. Not very important. You can ignore. Tag internals also you can ignore. And cadastro AID is your affiliate ID of Builderall. But what is important is the action. The action URL is very long, but it is created in your dashboard in Builderall. When you go to affiliate, and on the left you have create link magic funnels. You can find it, and you select what you want to give to the person who enter his email address into the magic funnel, what you want to give as a plan, And here, so inside, and after it gives you a URL, and the URL will have everything you select. You can select the magic form to add this email address also to one of your mailing boss list, email list. So once you have selected everything, you generate the link, and it will have every information in this link. So you can see that in this link, I already have the AID, which is my affiliate ID. It's already inside, but I also put it in the fields, because I don't any place you can put it, you put it, so that at least you are sure that it will be with your affiliate ID. So it's 2 times, but it doesn't matter. Tracking origin also, this is something not useful, but so you can know that they come from your magic funnel, your website, but it's not important. So this is the part that it is generated by the tool to create the link to your magic funnel. Token registration, and this is a long code. And this is when you choose the plan that you want. So for me, I choose I think it's free 14 days free trial in US dollars. So something like this. And so this is a token registration for this plan. So people will have this 14 days free trial. That's the gift. So it's very long. And then you have the email mailing boss. So my email for mailing boss. And also before that you had the list, list mailing boss ID. So this one is where you want them to be added. And then ignore errors equals true. This is important, because if the person who entered his email, if he has already a Builderall account, you don't want an error to be displayed. So you want just the redirection to the thank you page, doesn't matter, but at least should come to the thank you page. And this is a redir argument, where it goes to builderall.com/continue, which is my thank you page. So here we have everything. Now you understand how it works, why you open a Builderall account. Now I want to finish this with the functionality that in Builderall, when you go to your affiliate section in your dashboard, you go to the leads. Okay, the leads on the left menu at the bottom, all your leads from Builderall leads who have opened an account with your magic funnel. At the top of this list, you have one section which is email, option email. And this is where, if you want, you can give a mailing list in Mailing Boss, where all your leads will be put as they become Builderall leads, where they will be added. So it will be a list in Mailing Boss that you dedicate to as being your Builderall leads. So you will have their email address in a section where you can send them email. It's a normal mailing list, but you can just have them here and no email sequence attached to it. But then in Mailing Boss, what you can do is a workflow. You can create a workflow. You say, when there is a new subscriber to this list, so your Builderall leads, when there is a new subscriber here, then send a webhook. Send a webhook to an automation tool such as Pebble Connect or Zapier or Make. They all can, in those tools, you can create a workflow which starts with a webhook. And in Mailing Boss, you can create a workflow. We start with a new subscriber in this list, then send a webhook to your automation tool. So every time there's a new Builderall leads, you will get your automation tool to be triggered and start the workflow there. So from there, from your Pebble Connect or Zapier, you can say, okay, when I receive a webhook, what do I do with this email address? Then you can do other things. So that's why I said when they enter their email here, the Builderall account is open, it is added to a mailing list. Okay, in fact, it is added to 2 mailing lists. The one I specified in the magic funnel form, when I created the link, there is a mailing list inside. So this is one more. And it is added to the mailing list, which I set in the affiliate section of Builderall, my Builderall leads list. So it is added in 2 lists in Mailing Boss. The workflow for automation, I only did it for Builderall leads list, not for my other one. My other one is more my mailing list for this funnel that I made, the build and roll. So I will have emails going out about my things that I want to promote. But the Builderall leads list is just a tool to store all my Builderall leads. It's automatic. It's filled automatically because they have opened a Builderall account. So for instance, imagine, you remember the parameter ignore error equals true. So in this case, for instance, someone has already a Builderall account. He enters his email here. So Builderall doesn't create a new account for him. So but it still goes to the thank you page. But because Builderall didn't create a new account for him, he will not be in my Builderall leads list. But he will be added to my site, my list, which is in the URL. But it will not be added as my Builderall leads list. So the workflow in Mailing Boss will not be triggered because it is not a new subscriber of my Builderall list. You understand? So it will not be triggered, this workflow. And so my automation tool will not be triggered as well. It will only be in my mailing list for my funnel. So what I use it for, my automation tool, Pebble Connect, my workflow there. Because I say if they are my Builderall list, my Builderall leads, then I want also to create them a RPM account, the Rapid Profit Machine. So from my Pebble Connect, I get the email and I send it to like a magic funnel for RPM. So it is also added in my RPM leads. So it's a whole thing. So that's why at the end, when someone enters, if he has no Builderall account, then he will be added in my three things, I think, RPM, Builderall, and my own mailing list. So I grow my mailing list, I grow my Builderall leads and my RPM leads all in one page. And this page can be used every day. No need to change it, no need to, to create a new page to get more subscribers. Only one page can be used for anything. So I hope it's okay for this explanation inside. I think now I will put the video that I made to present this funnel. It's a very long video, but it doesn't go into details of the script. So I think with this video, with this part and the second part, it's a big one. You can, if you are interested in creating other things, I think it is a useful video. Bye bye. So this is a lead capture page, a dynamic one, which means I need only one such page in order to promote anything. So anything on the internet is a lead magnet. So here how it works. Here you have the default page. It just says welcome to my contact list. To receive your welcome gift, please enter your email address and press continue. Okay, so you see this image is just artificially generated image of a face, so it can be anyone. I could use another things which makes a cat or an abstract art piece, whatever. We can put your photo here, doesn't matter, because this is a default page and it's hardly being used. Most often we will use it to promote, for instance, this, to promote a link. So the page here, the picture is of the link. This is a link to google.com, but it could be from a blog article to any site, and it will have the image here. And here you can change the title dynamically also. So you could say go to Google. But by default this link is reserved to my contacts. To access this link, please add your email address to my contact list and press continue. Also you can use it with YouTube videos. So any YouTube videos don't have to be yours. And you send people to watch this video. So the page takes the title of the video, the thumbnails of the video, and also the name of the channel, and he puts it here, so you don't have to do anything. This all happens in the URL of the page. When you put the link to this page, you add the ID of the YouTube video or the link to a page, and this lead capture page will change depending on what you have given. And if you give nothing, you have the default page, so this one. So you see, the lead magnet is the things you send people to. From your Facebook profile, you say, oh, just watch this video about this. You send the link not to the video on YouTube, but to this capture page. And then they see this and they want to watch it because they already have clicked on your link on Facebook to watch it. They go to this page, they want to watch it, they put their email address and they continue. what happens after? Once they continue, they go to another page with a button and which says click on this button to see what you wanted. And so this button is dynamic. It knows what the visitor was looking for. So in this case, it was the video on YouTube, this one. So the button on the next page will have the link to YouTube to see this video. This is the idea. It works for any link. And yes, but so now that we have established this, the good things about this is that this is a magic funnel. If you know Builderall, so this is made with Builderall, of course, but it's a magic funnel. So when people enter their email address, they immediately get the free Builderall account, and they are also added into my email list, and then they go to the next page. So what is interesting with this is that on the next page you have the dynamic button to get to the destination, but also you can talk about the gift you have given them, which is a free Builderall account, so they can try it and see if they like it. So on the next page you have the gift that you give to everyone who enter into your contact list. And of course, they start to receive emails that you have set up in Mailing Boss 5 in the email sequence. So everything is fine with this. It's a good way to do even rapid profit machine. Rapid profit machine. Maybe I will show you in another video how to set up in such a way that as soon as you open a free Builderall account to someone, then they also get added into the list of RPM, of rapid profit machine. So they get as a gift both things. They are already integrated into Builderall and they are started in RPM, which, as you know, RPM works best with Builderall to handle the email marketing and also to have a digital platform to do things for promoting RPM. It's all is tangled together. It's connected, like on the picture, neural link. It's all connecting minds and connecting software products. So Builderall, RPM, and this leads capture page, because you want to grow your own mailing list, but also you want to have more leads for Builderall and more leads for rapid profit machine. So you do all at once with this page, which is dynamic. So you can use the same page for anything you want. You don't have to create lead magnets, because the World Wide Web is full of lead magnets. So you can use this, and I suggest you do. So you can contact me if you want it, or you can do it yourself if you know how to do it. But there is a little bit of code inside, which you can see. It's not hidden, it's in the source code. So you go to build and roll, like rock and roll, buildandroll.com. You see this page, you look at the source, you can see the script. It's all JavaScript, so it's all written in the page. Bye bye. This is the thank you page, the page where you go once you have entered your email on the dynamic capture page that I showed you in the previous video. So this is the thank you page. Something that I didn't mention last time, it is that this magic capture page just ask the visitor email address once. If this visitor has already given his email address to see a YouTube video or a link, he will not have to give it again. The magic capture page just redirect to this thank you page immediately. And so this button, the continue button, has always a link to what you send people to. For instance, on your Facebook profile, you say, oh, just watch this video, and you send with a link to the capture page. If this person who clicks has already given previously 1 day or 1 month before, he has already given his email address, he doesn't see the capture page. He sees immediately this one. So he clicks, congratulations, just one more click to continue. And when he clicks on continue, he will go to the YouTube video that you gave in your Facebook post. But also, he say, but please do not leave this page without grabbing your 2 gifts. What are the 2 gifts? It's Builderall, because as I told you, the lead capture page opens a free Builderall account. So he has already, the visitor already has a Builderall account. And they say your voice on internet, so for Builderall, sign in with your email address and your password, I love Builderall. Because when the account has been created, the password, the default password, is always I love Builderall. So when they click on sign in, they go directly to the back office of Builderall. They are already connected. Because the account is opened, they are connected in this browser. But if they want to log out and log in again, they know what is their password, which they can change anyway. So this is the first gift, and the second gift is RPM. So I say, sign in with your email address and your favorite password. Because on the lead capture page, since they open a Builderall account, I made an automation that all my Builderall leads also are signed up in a Rapid Profit Machine with my affiliate link. So they are already in both systems, but for RPM, you can do more. You can also subscribe to the members area. You can buy RPM or you can buy other products. It's not only one product, it's a suite of products. So I send them again to not a capture page because they are already in the system, but to the page where you can open your membership area, where in fact the funnel, you know, the following of the funnel after the capture page of RPM. It's a VSL link. So that's the one I use inside here. If you know RPM, you know what I'm talking about. And so they go through the funnel for the first time for them, because they never went to RPM. They just went to my capture page, and this opened them two more accounts, and also subscribe them to my mailing list. For my main mailing list, I mean the one I use in Builderall, my site. I have a mailing list for this, and also I have a mailing list for my Builderall leads, and also I have a mailing list for my RPM leads. Okay, so this person is in one, they give their email address one time, and they are in my free list, number 3. Okay, so in all those lists, they don't talk about the same thing, but you know, they talk. So immediately, that's why at the bottom I say, also do not forget to check your email. I have just sent you a message, because of course they will receive messages from my mailing boss. So when I will just show you what happened when they see it. The first time there is some animation, you know, it looks nice. And this button is always the one they want to click to continue. So day to day, you always talk about things, but you always send links which goes through your magic capture page, so that new people, new visitors who click, they have to enter their email address, and the one who follow you already, so they have already given you their email address, they just click and they come to this page, and they can continue to whatever you were talking about this day. But they always have the links to the gifts they got when they first enter their email address. The Builderall back office, and here the start of the RPM funnel. So they can always go back to those 2 gifts, and you promote day to day, you promote YouTube videos, links to sites that you have seen, and you know, this link to your magic capture page, you should always put them, if you have a YouTube channel, always put them at the first line of the description, so that every video that you publish on your YouTube channel, they act as a source of passive traffic to your magic capture page, and so to your Builderall leads and RPM leads also. So you should always use the links with an S to your magic capture page for everything you do online. From when you start to use this system, you always send people with links that goes first to your magic capture page. And remember that if they have already given their email address, they don't have to give it again. They go directly to this page. So it's not a problem to do that. That's it. Bye bye. So this is the dashboard. Here you can enter any link, google.com or YouTube link, and you see that at the bottom the link to your magic lead capture page is updated. So that's what you will share on your Facebook or YouTube video descriptions. Here you can put a title, so it is added to the link, so it will be used in the title of the lead capture page. Same for the description. So once you have it, you just right click and copy link, or you just click here, copy to dashboard, or here to share it on Facebook. And this last link is just to reset your browser in case you made a test and you cannot see your magic lead capture page again because of the system, that asks the email address only once. So this is a way to reset it. And that's it for